Alright. How's everyone doing tonight? I'm gonna be honest, I'm feeling a little bit exhausted, a little bit drained. I got back from the hospital a couple hours ago and then decided today was a great idea to have a cheat day. So I'm just way carved up and it's not, look. Mistakes were made along the way. What's up, Deco? What's up, Prime Force? I saw you sneaking in early. So I'm kind of in a whole foggy haze right now. That doesn't stop the fact that there's a Grand Arena round I have to get through. Kind of had the wrong read on this guy, or I can't tell if I did. So based on his match history, we talked about this at the end of last stream. Something about most Kylo owners, and I have completely changed around my strategy. I'm kind of just on board with this. If I fight against a Kylo owner and I see that their game plan against Rey is just throw Kylo and 5 other people and 4 of them die, I think I'm always gonna take that. With that being said, though, oh weird, he still didn't do ships. Maybe he's just waiting? It's not a very strong ship, I just figured I had Relic Vader and try something other than Radis. Huh. Well, his average from what I calculated is about 58, so I don't think he bombed the Rey fight. I have a lot of weird specific modding to try to shut down Vader, and so far nobody's tried Vader from what I can tell. Krennic Vadergar next meta? I mean, it is kind of funny, right? That people were talking about like, you know, where's Empire reworks? You know, it's supposed to be Empire Strikes Back. Like, they haven't reworked Empire, but they're already kind of back on track. Like, Empire just didn't really have a good character to rally around before. And now that they do, like, man, I don't know. Like, what else do they even really need at this point? Like, obviously you could give them something extra. But if you give Vader too much extra push behind him, that might start causing issues. Krennic is gonna get his due. If I had to guess, I don't think CG is gonna revisit Rogue One or Solo, or even the sequels at this point. They're probably just going back to either what people like or fan favorites or what's coming in the future. So yeah, this isn't gonna be a whole lot of crazy matchups tonight. I think we just kind of want to... I'm gonna make sure I'm going to leave the Foresight up on Bastila. We're gonna pop the Foresight on Darth Revan. We're gonna play this matchup correctly. It's not gonna be the best banners, but it's gonna open up the rear for us relatively cheaply, because I don't think that we're gonna have to worry about a 5 sacrifice here. This will be better banners than another lead for the clones. And this is probably the comfiest matchup we'll have here. Yeah, average of 58.28. I think that's what I had. It was 58 point something, which that's pretty close to 60. That's all I really need to know. God, I was so out of it when I was like trying to do the pre-stream prep. When I looked at how many banners he had, I forgot to subtract the 730 at the start. I was actually just so out of it. I mean, typically we go for Bastila. No, it has been so long since I've done this match a ton. We don't need to put it on Rex here. There's no GBA, so let's put it on 5s. So in this scenario, like I kind of want HK down first. I would not mind poking at that there Marauder. Calling gas probably better damage output here, especially with the CD than calling arc. Marauder, yeah. I think so. Or why not just get both? Making choices is for suckers. Get the drain. So far not bad. Bastila wasting her turn. Yeah. This was the fun way. It's alright. Are we actually gonna get her taken down though? Hey guys. Hey. Can we? Okay. Nope. About that whole 5 sacrifice deal. Lovely. Thank you, Basila. Nah, I don't even want to credit Basila. I think I just stole all of the fun mods away from all of my 501st. This is a play I don't think you can make safely here. God, that Malik is so reduced. Alright, well, that's about as ugly as that could be. I don't think that's a death sentence, though. It just means we have to pump up our efficiency. We do have some pretty high overkill to make up for that. I was wondering, so actually, there's 2 ways I could see this going. Vader Watt. I don't think Vader Watt 2v5 is safe, but I think if you throw in Sith Trooper, which Sith Trooper will cost a banner, Watt should probably be able to get that back on him in time, but I don't really see this going badly, right? Like, we did it incorrectly last time. We didn't put the revive stopper on Vader, but like, look how weak they are. If we really wanted to, we could just do Vader Watt. What's the blue icon on gas? I have to go back and check. I think it might have just been the indicator for whether he's standing or meditating. I don't know. I mean, the biggest concern, so it's not Mother Talon lead. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's just advancing cover. Okay, let's do this the mild chicken route. I think this still goes fine then. This is just to eat the initial spirit hit. Actually, we might even do regen piece on Sith Empire Trooper instead, just to try to make sure. Because we're just going to be doing Vader a bunch. I don't think we really need taunt piece here. I think we just need him to regen as much as possible from the spirit hit. This sounds right. I don't see this going poorly. Alright, we successfully did the thing this time. Spirit went as advertised. Alright, right off the bat, I think we want Talzin out more than we want Asajj, right? We just kind of want to stop the plague from happening. We just kind of want to stop them from existing. That is going to die as well. Like, 100% that Daka is just going to take a turn and immediately die. Yee. Or we could just do this. Dude, this is a... Okay, can we line this up? So this is 60% health damage, right? So the zombie won't kill itself, but I don't think we're going to get Sith Trooper back to full. But also, like, there's no way Sith Trooper's going before Vader. I think we just have to regen him and hope. His defense down too. This basic is definitely just going to kill him. Yeah. Fair enough. 61, not that bad still. Okay, kind of as expected. Already did the pre-scout on them. Actually, I only checked Anakin. I should check Padme. We passed the check. This is going to be a nest. This spy could maybe threaten our Scion. We do outspeed them though, which is always a good start. I also want to start making sure and double checking the tenacity just to know where my Scion lands. Did I? Ooh, this actually might make this a little bit sweaty. I think I made a choice. Yeah. I mean, we're still faster. We're gonna be squishier. The pain is gonna land, and like that's a good thing. Do I always play with keyboard bindings on? Yeah. I just play a lot of PC games. I've been a Long-time PC player. I know, I kind of wish that they were a bit less bulky. Or like, that I could add transparency or something. I mean, I'm almost kind of surprised that CG has them in the options, right? Like, with how much... They pretty much only design it for mobile. Like, I feel like it's almost just there as a dev option that they just kind of left in. Because it's not really built for end-user customizability. Alright, this is a Relic Force Spy. Like, actually a pretty decent spy. Did we? Wait. Why did we take Cyan off of Crit Avoid Arrow? I'm gonna have to go back and think about some remodding for next time. I mean, don't get me wrong, this speed going first is fantastic. This might be the first time that I can see my Cyan able to be one-shot here, though. I feel like I might have been off of Speed Arrow for a while. Yeah, see, like, we got all the pain. Like, this is actually pretty sick for us. The biggest question, though, is when the Spy Nuke comes, how screwed are we? I am not a fan of this board state here. Look at this. Okay. Spy's our next turn. We need them to equalize, and we need this multi-saber hit. Yeah, I don't think we isolate here. Isolate's actually just going to feed Spy more damage right now. We do have the pain. Ooh. Not even close. If we did isolate, we lost. That's the other nuke. Okay, we just win. Oh, we made the right choice. I can't. Okay. Hi. Ugh. I would say I'm happy right now, but I'm not, because this means that we're gonna have to do this 2 more times the next couple of rounds, and I don't know what the quality of those Geos teams are gonna be either. Actually, I do have a couple. I might try switching Cyan around. I'm gonna... Like, the potency was obviously good here, but... I've got a pretty fast speed set crit avoid Sarah. I might want to switch to Lion too, see how that feels. I don't think this choice really means anything. Like, best case, we could reduce Cyan's cooldowns and hope that he could do a protection move, but that still doesn't get us 100%. So. Still got the 62. That's fine. Okay, if we're worried about max banners, we could push in with Mandalorian lead. Oh, weird. Huh. So he's 178. Mandalorian will push Nest into completely comfy territory. That saves us Hermit Yoda. Saves us Hermit Yoda, and it saves us an extra potential team death. I've never tried this in the wild yet. I mean, I have, but not like against a full Padme 3PO setup. I like the speed here. I like this here. This is garbage. Yeah, ignore this. I think I can see it. It's fairly fast though. She's gonna be healing the team decently well. Are you scary? If Ahsoka's actually good enough to throw a Nest here, that actually might be push me. That might push me back onto Hermit Yoda. Tough call. I think let's do everything else first. Let's knock everything else, see where the banners land, and then we'll take the risk that we need to based on what happens. Although with it's happening again. We have... I need to start putting stuff back on defense, just straight up. This is too much. Can't we just... Like, I was planning to do like JTR here, but we have so much overkill. Alright, I think Jedi is still probably going to be the best matchup here. I don't think there's anything controversial about that opinion. Does Jedi look actually add anything here? AoE stun is nice, can't be resisted. The HP production will actually hurt Grievous's damage a bit, which is interesting. It's kind of interesting. Or we could just do Luke lead. Like, stick with what we know, use Luke lead. Like, that gives us Luke lead with DR. Assuming Nihilus is going to be safe, which I don't think we can use Nihilus against Bounty Hunters. But we'll have Shakti outspeeding the new team. We could just go that route. Yeah, I think stick with this. Stick with what we planned. Plus, we could probably just skip Nihilus entirely and do this as a 3-piece. I bet. I would be shocked if this team wasn't capable of just mowing people down now. We have Shakti with an actually damage-competent Luke now. Yeah. Yeah. Gear 12 Magna, there's a non-zero chance that this is going to go horribly. Okay. Not bad, but we kind of... I don't think we have a choice to not kill Magnagard here. Alright, I think if we slow play this, Yoda's next and are just gonna end up savaging him anyway, so it might just be best to bite this bullet. This isn't gonna feel great. We have counterattacking at least. I don't think his AoE can be countered though. Alright, got the Savior proc. Ooh, that's a bit sweaty. I'm thinking Charger Strip B1's Terminator here, although... So JKR's next turn I think should be... Swap, right? I'm surprised he got the Savior proc, but then got his TM reduced. I'm actually not sure what it got reduced by. Alright, our potency is pretty low. We got it back up with Master's Training. Hopefully we just land this. Okay. Not too bad here. I would not be surprised if this swap killed B1. Happy to trade Bastila there. Let's see. It's kind of weird. Alright, I think we're going first. this point we don't really need to slow play. This Yoda turn sucks though. If he AoEs, then he's gonna... If we kill B2, then Grievous goes. If he AoEs, then Grievous goes. We don't get a chance to revive. I think we have to roll the dice. Alright, we pass. I was really hoping that we could land that. Okay. It's a bit spicy. I think we're fine for the most part. Just need to rapid repair banners where we can. One more, we don't get to patch. I think this looks like it's probably a 58. Not quite. Huh. Alright. We had, like, JTR Geos would be the normal play here, but since we're on Ridiculous Overkill City, where does that leave us? I mean, CLS against bounty hunters can get messy and weird. In this case, with their modding, I'm pretty sure. So that's a 292 Django. I think CLS edges him out barely. He's not that fast modding anymore, but still should lap him. 300. Yeah. It's not the worst. Do we really need to use, like, is CLS a better choice here than just plain old DR? I think we could DR here. It's not boss bleed, so DR isn't gonna make the fight extend out in any weird ways. I don't think it's that bad of a choice. I guess the biggest question is, do we extend, or like, do we control their damage properly enough for this to be a good idea, banners wise? I think this sounds fine. I don't think this can go that poorly. We just need this to be a clean, aggressive 60, I think. Does Darth Vader with Citripur actually present an issue if we one-shot Django, then he goes again? I mean, I guess Bastila is fast. Wait, that's a 340 boss. We actually don't outspeed. Okay, yeah, CLS. Absolutely. That would have been extremely unfortunate. The boss would have pre-taunted him. We wouldn't have feared even 3 people when we got in 2. Okay, Sam, fairly fast here. Should not be fast enough. Controlling him can be weird, so I'd like to just remove his turn meter, ideally. Take her out of the picture. Chewie's the only one who doesn't have translation at this point. Let's see. I think it's better to just one-shot Dengar here. Because we have Chewie and R2 with like potential chances to stun Boba. I think this is the best bet at the best banners we can afford. Alright. That was convenient. Thank you for cooperating. We got the reduction. Should we come back around? Yeah. That's fine. Not a big deal. Clean 60. I still don't know. With that initial 51, I don't know how hard we have to push here. Let's push a bit extra for this last one. I think this should be fine. I mean, Luke is... like, how can this go poorly? No, this is fine. I'm a believer here. In fact, they don't even have a Breton. I bet we could just aim at Django, or at Dooku. Yeah. Good day. See, I came back to this. I was thinking that Mind Tricks here is kind of overkill. I don't know if I hate it necessarily. It's ability block for one turn though, so if we use it now, especially if we fail the turn meter reduction, it's not great. I think we can just wait. I don't think that's a bad thing here. Let's get some free damage on Nest. It's one-shot Nest. It's one-shot Droideka. I think Banner's back to Shaak Ti would be best policy here. Yeah, we're gonna need her to go around the horn one more time, ideally. I don't know if she's gonna get the chance to. Just in time. Okay, perfect. This should be 62. Okay. Where does this put us? I mean, I guess we just count manually. So this was an ugly 51. This was 61, I think. Do 161. I still feel like that shouldn't have been a 60, but 72. This was 62. What did we even do for this? We did CLS. This was just 60. Yeah, 1926 and 1928 is about where I'm pinning him. Then Geo's was 62, I believe, right? So it should be divided by 6, puts us at a 59.33 average. So... classical Nest score isn't actually that great. Like, if we do this... oh wait, we used Hermit Yoda. Hold up. By using Hermit Yoda, we actually forced ourselves into Mandalorian League, kind of. If we go that route. That's a bit uncomfortable. You know what? The theory crafting was solid. It's really just a question of damage. We're not going to have Master's Training, and we're not going to have Kira Lead stacking. We're going to have a little bit of extra speed to make up for it, but... huh. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Unless there's any other possible angle I can think of, and I don't think there is. Now featuring the new Kira. This is a little bit scary. I mean, if this fails, that's kind of just the whole deal right there. I mean, look at how resistant we are. We're hanging out. C-3PO hasn't even confused us yet. C-3PO doesn't even know what's going on yet. I don't even know what to watch this. I don't even want to know what's happening. Nest might possibly be able to one-shot us as well, which is extra uncomfortable. That's a lot of damage as well. Yo, I am not a fan of how this is playing out right now. Obviously, the offense down is hurting our lifesteal. This is probably the least comfortable nest against Padme I've ever done. I think it just, you know, Master's Training gives you that extra stat boost. I think it really does just add so much for your survivability. I mean, we're kind of hanging out. It really just depends on who goes for the first hit after each turn, and we can't really control that. Yeah, at this point, this should be pretty much just about our stack. No, we're not fine. Yeah, you would go. This whole fight was like kind of just waiting for that moment to happen. I'm pretty sure that just immediately converts into a loss. Let's see. Was that like a damage amount of Padme? She was actually chunking for way harder than I've ever seen a Padme swing for. That was kind of wild. No, not even 60 square. Why was she chunking so hard? That was ridiculous. Okay. I mean, we saw just effectiveness-wise. Like, you're never gonna resist C-3PO, but like obviously the Mandalorian lead itself did what it was supposed to. I think we definitely needed Hermione there, though. I guess as well the fact that when Nest does basic on Anakin, that extra, I think part of why I felt like Padme was hitting so hard is because we weren't getting the protection regen from Kira lead. Yeah, that Padme has been taking some substances during the off week. Okay, what works here? Like, I've been fine at DR versus Padme, but it always feels like it's Razor's Edge from... Especially now that this is a preload, we probably should have just... Yeah, I think I probably should have just backed out of that fight. That fight was like... We had enough lifesteal that we would always get back to full health, but it was just a matter of time until someone took the first turn that could land a killing blow. Well, we can kind of just play it clear now, technically, right? If we tried First Order, we have to not bring Sith Trooper, I think, technically. Didn't we... There was some, like, a couple months back, we tried Geos against Padme, right? Wasn't there something about, like, Spy called someone else to assist first, so you couldn't actually set up a crit bomb at the right time? Like, we could try Sith Empire. With this being preloaded, this is such a horrible idea. Yeah, and I think with that Grievous team being what it was, we probably could have just pulled out Hermit Yoda and done, like, Jedi Luke or something. It probably would have ended up being much uglier on banners, but we could have used DR on the Newt team. Well, yeah, so the idea, Larish, was you just aim at... Oh, that's what it was. So the whole idea in my head was you just aim at GK and just park on GK until Spy gets stacked up like crazy. The issue being because GK is crit immune and the Spy stealth condition is that he has to crit the target. You don't actually end up building that much to try to nuke someone, right? Because like all the protection up that they create is actually pretty sick for Spy. It's just you'd like to have Spy stack himself a bit more along the way as well. I mean, we'll see what happens. We could just try it anyway. I'm not opposed. I do not see this attempt working unless the preload is favorable. If the preload's favorable, it's not too bad. I guess Thrawn is probably the best 5th we're gonna get. Okay, that wasn't too bad yet. I don't know what the state of their cooldowns are. For all I know, Padme's about to pop a massive protection shield. Basila's first turn becomes a little bit clunky as well. I think we should have done Marauder basic on GK there. This makes things a bit awkward. We could just swap to Bastila, hit GK. This isn't too bad. Alright, that was extremely convenient. Ridiculously convenient. This board state feels completely unearned. I mean, is it greedy to just want to kill 3PO right now? I think we have to go for Padme. We don't know what she's going to bring next. I mean, we kind of... It feels very irresponsible to use the AoE lightning here, but I guess. I don't know, so can the team lose turn meter once Padme is dead? Because I'm pretty sure that's on her unique, right? So she's dead. Stagger should just work now, right? 3PO's turn is not going to be able to call anybody because they're all shocked. He can't give translation. I'm going to assume we can stagger GK now. Yeah, totally. Based on the rules of the game. I don't know. I don't think Thrawn is that close. I don't think Sith Marauder is within Grace Period, but I also... Thrawn should be 2 turns off from his next swap. So even if we try to stall out like this, which I mean we got plenty of time, but I don't think we'll have... Yeah. We might get... Okay, yeah. Marauder did count. I'm pretty sure overall efficiency-wise that we should still be... Yeah. Troll behind because of the nest fail. Yeah, and like, looking back at the setup again, we defaulted to the normal JKR against GG matchup. And yeah, I think we chuck in Luke here, use DR here. DR outsped this anyway, like, you can maybe say DR against Nest gets a bit weird, like you won't get the initial one shot or something. I don't even think that's true though, because I think we could just use Bastila debuff Soup. She's built for tenacity, but the other people will have so many debuffs that you just chuck a Marauder Saber out of her. She's going to sleep. Yeah, I think absolutely. We could have, I could have, I keep on saying we, and I feel, that feels like very deflective. I mean everyone's kind of the one watching, but I'm the one making the calls. Yeah, I think, in making the choice to go with the standard, I put myself into an awkward position against that Padme. Which, I mean, the preload was favorable, but I don't know. I guess technically if he somehow throws against my bad Thrawn fleet, anything is possible, but realistically speaking, if he's able to press the auto button, I'm going to say that this GAC is a win for him. Yeah, I definitely don't think. I did the matchup plenty of times in arena, and I really just don't like, especially that was a fast mod I've had, man. I don't know if I showed it on the stream. She was about like 308-ish, I think. She's about 310 range. And so it basically, in my opinion, comes down to I would usually go for the ability block on Padme, because most of the time in my experience in the past, if you don't get that control down before she pops the protection shield, it all kind of goes south, especially with no Malik there. Very much so with no Malik there. Alright. Ow. I do not know what it is about my Houndstooth getting absolutely drilled lately. I mean, of course, it's a good, like, Vulture droids are incredible at buzzing or getting through Houndstooth, but, like, in my experience climbing Fleet Arena, mine never gets drilled this quickly. Ooh, this is actually kind of a tough choice. I think I lean towards the ult. We'll get the Dispo on Falcon next time around. Alright, 63 is not bad. I'll take it. Huh. So Mandalorian was simultaneously a success and a failure. I mean, she has 6-star diamond here as well, so like, the defense was pretty much there. Like this being this, doesn't impact the matchup at all. Alright, like we got stacked to the point where we were almost like stealing back to full, and it wasn't really a damage issue. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'll just write this as a rule of thumb. If it's good, well, so see, it's kind of self-defeating though. This is what kind of bugs me. Like, so the idea would be like, if we need to use Mandalorian lead, then we would need like a Hermit Yoda there as well. But to me, that automatically defeats the whole purpose of Mandalorian in the first place. To me, Mandalorian was supposed to be like, yo, there's so much tenacity on this lead, this frees up Hermit Yoda to go do whatever he needs. But in that case, requiring both is kind of self-defeating. Like Watt, I think because of the tenacity on the Mandalorian lead, you could get away with Watt regen piece. Or technically, like Watt tank piece would still be better just because you're getting rid of C-3PO offense down, so that's actually a better play. Probably. But regen piece, like, because you're still free from healing block, like, you actually legitimately could just pull it off and it will work. And it would be technically safer. Interesting. And I think in that case, the extra speed basically, I would say it added to the fear, but it didn't, right? 20 extra speed does mean that we're losing our nest shielding sooner, but it's not that big of a difference. Like, the problem was always going to be there because of how hard we were getting hit. I don't know. Yeah, I think it really also just does come down to let's say a slight undervaluing of the Kira lead protection. I don't think Padme was hitting us particularly hard. I think it was just the fact of not having the protection regen from critting Anakin with our basic. Just led to Nest feeling significantly weaker. Like, the Nest was the same. I haven't changed for modding since last week. It was just... yeah. It was a mix of factors. I mean, we've been using Hermione with Nest a lot lately, but... I mean, Farm Boy doesn't really change anything there either, right? Yeah, advantage we don't care about there. Yeah, something to think about. I think, even though we could have substituted in Jedi Luke for Hermione here, there will be plenty of GAC rounds where that absolutely would not be the case. So, maybe time to try to figure out a plan B. Because it was a Padme plus 3PO as well. To his credit, he didn't cut corners. Yeah, no. I'll have to see if I can think of something. If only CG gave us 2 watts, Hambors. That's what I'm saying. That's the platform that I'm standing on. CG, give us more watts, you cowards. Wouldn't life just be easier if we just stick watts every team? No, give us 1 watt for offense and 1 watt for defense. It wouldn't help me here, but I would just feel good about it. Just knowing that he's out there fighting for me. This is gross. Something with the feast this season have really... like, there was the one where you had to get X-Men of stealth in like 2 days. Alright. That sucks. Loss is a loss, but... I don't know. I mean, you could argue maybe it was a better theoretical play if we did nests. Like Kira Nest and just roll the dice. Because I think Anakin only had like 10% chance to debuff us, but again, consider how much he's basicing us. It's not really canon. That's not safe. I'll try to think of something. We'll see. That's an interesting problem to try to solve. Alright. Well, let's call that a stream, I guess. I got an arena climb to do. Yeah. Hope you all have a good rest of your evening. Peace out.